Hello, friends. Welcome to Tinks Invest, where we talk about investing, finance, or professional development. As a recording time of exactly noon on the Eastern Time, Ethereum could trade $3,369, up about 3.99% so far. As you can see clearly on the overall crypto market and the equity market with bright green today, it seems like the two consecutive rebound days are enduring. It seems like the reversal, on a preliminary perspective, it seems like it's slowly confirming as we are retesting the two consecutive resistance levels that we broke above per our technical analysis. And just to reinforce on why is what's causing this reversal is mainly due to the lack of misalignment on the CPI report that came out earlier today, despite obviously hitting the historical record high. On a numeric perspective, right, inflation rises 7% over the past year, highest in comparisons to historical number from 1982, right? And despite the surge, right, again, the economists, have estimated a comparable number, right? So with that confirmatory signal, without any negative surprises, the stock market subsequently rised, and subsequently on the crypto side as well has also drive some reinforcement as well. So beside this, let me look into the news front just to see if there's anything that's really worth mentioning. I would say collectively there are a lot of news, but are these news really worth mentioning? So there's one on Bazinga about 20 minutes ago, talk about a trader, and he doesn't really say his name specifically, but he did buy $52 million worth of Ethereum in the last 60 minutes today, as of this morning. So someone just loaded a hell up by a quite sizable in their portfolio. I mean, depending on, it's subjective, right? Is it a lark? But $52 million just loaded into Ethereum this morning. It seems like this is a whale, some whale activities that's confirming a reversal. I mean, they wouldn't buy at such a large amount, right? Their actions really telling you something, right? So it's interesting that, they are buying at this level, right? And I believe there's obviously a timing element into it. So as of this morning, we were hovering around the 3,200-ish, 3,160-ish, right? And we know that's a resistance level, right? That's a comfortable level. It seems like we broke above it, and that subsequently gave us another reinforcement to get up to the next level, which is a non-substantive one, right? The 3,368. But right now we're heading towards the real next level, the 3,450. So we shall see how that goes. And then the other news that I'm seeing as well is the cryptists talk about that we are about to head for death cross. I mean, death cross doesn't quite make any sense. I think they talk about in a different time frame. But again, we are using the most moderate level of technical frame of spectrum in a time perspective is to use the daily, right? So death cross just seems like that's media affectation, right? Because you could look at the chart on a multiple different time frame. You could be looking at this on a minute chart. You could look at this on a 30-minute chart. You could look at this on an hour chart, weekly, monthly chart, right? And ultimately, a death cross is subjective, but in a conservative mindset, the way that I prefer typically would be, again, using the daily, right? So I would ignore this news. This is just more like a negative media affectation, again, coming from one of those sources of news, Decrypt, as we know. Sometimes they are just more of a clickbait, if you may, right? And then next one on CNBC about 6 hours ago, talk about Bitcoin could rise to 75,000 this year to top new record high. I think that's possible, but we'll dive into the technicals in a bit to see what they're really talking about, right? What's the logical course of cadence going forward to reach to the 75,000. The next one's a Bazinga about the rebound. Talk about crypto rebounds, equity rebounds, altcoins are breaking out. Just another regurgitation on what's already been happening in the last couple of days, right? So we'll see how that goes. Ultimately, the news that we see in front of us are relatively stale news, and the most up-to-date news is really looking into the technicals because it tells you the live basis of the human psychology behind the investors populations that we have for these assets. So we'll dive into that in a bit. And then the next time on Bazinga, I'll talk about with respect to the CPI report, right? Just a recap on it, but we've talked about this already. Again, just hitting historical record, but aligned with economists' expectation. So net, I guess, is positive from this way, right? So that's pretty much on the news front. Before I dive into technicals, so I just want to give you guys a quick walkthrough. I know some of my friends are asking, like, can you give me like a demo on the Patreon? So this is basically what you will see on a daily basis, twice a day, right? And what you see is basically a list of, for crypto specifically, you have a list of 40 identified list of crypto assets, right? And this list is going to be keep adding on, and I really appreciate my friends here on Patreon suggesting new inclusions or subtractions onto this list. So it's a relatively customized list, so let me know if these are the ones that you're looking for. Obviously, it's a relatively comprehensive one, and I'm updating this on a daily basis. This will include the buy, sell, and hold signals, and also with respect to the risk management level on identifying the key resistance level that we need to watch out for, right? So this is for crypto. I'm also doing one for stocks as well. As you know, a big part of my portfolio, if you are a Patreon member, you know that I do hold a lot of stocks, a good amount as well on a monetary perspective. And I currently have about 35, 30-ish plus of stocks that I update on a daily basis, right? And it will be the same perspective in terms of like, are we in a good position to buy, sell, or hold, and also identify all the risk management levels, right? And I do this on a twice a day, right? Once in the morning, once in after market hours, and I obviously take customized requests, right, or specific requests that you guys speak to me on, on the private Discord that we have in Patreon, right? So let me know if you have any questions on this platform. It's relatively intuitive, and I know that some of my friends have already made some relatively consistent gains so far. So I'm glad that this value proposition that I'm proposing here is working for you. So let me know if you have any specific questions. Again, if you see this list here, and anything that jumps off the page for you, or anything that you want to add, just let me know in the comment section below. All right, so let's just go back into technicals. As recording time of 12:08 p.m. on Eastern time. Ethereum currently $3,363, up about close to 4% so far. And right now we're attempting to go back to 3,472 with a 40 out of 70. We're about to form a golden cross. So death cross is not really a good way of framing it. So it's just another, to fool the gullible investors to think that we are going to be in form of a sell-off. But on the technical perspective, that doesn't really quite make sense at the moment, right? So something to watch out for. Bitcoin is currently up about close to 2%. We are about to go back up to the 44. So basically $500 away. As we break above that, we consolidate on that level, right? And as we get there, we have a relatively good level to go up. Obviously, you're going to go up to the 4,500 first, and then go up to the 4,600, and then go up to the 4,800. But the real level, for real, is the 4,789. So it's like basically the 4,800, and right now we're about to form a golden cross. So at the 39 of 70. So Bitcoin should be in for more surge coming based on the technicals. So with respect to Dogecoin, up about 4%. Right now it's and I would say anywhere from, again, 1432 to below will still be better. And with respect to Cardano, is up about 7.5%. We bounced from the 119, exactly, fair. Right now, the 47 out of 70, so about to form a golden cross as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to endure more pressure on an upward level to hit 134 and then consolidate from there. I wouldn't be surprised. Solana at the up about 6.47% at the moment. Right now at 150, so we're just about to get to the next consolidated level at the 155. So again, 155, 133, 113, right? We're about to form a golden cross as well, and at the 42 out of 70, so still tolerable, right? We are gonna get to 155 and consolidate first, and then we'll see how that goes from there. XRP is up about close to 4%. We are at the 78, so just comfortable laying there. But we need to get up to the next level of the 80, which is the next flat number. and then subsequently to the 88, right? That's the real level of consolidation. With the 43, so tolerable, but not the most ideal in comparisons to more attractive level we saw days ago. Polkadot is up about 6% at the 27.21. Anywhere from 23 below would be better. Right now we are at the 50 out of 70. We are forming a golden cross, so that's the reason why we are surging. So I think the next level of consolidation or resistance we'll get will be 28.70, and ideally at the 30. But 30 is going to be a real tough wall to crack. So be careful. I think obviously the better time was when we were selling off to the 22, right? So that was the technical levels. Algorand's up about 3% at the 46 out of 70. Very out of whack right now, I would say. I'll probably just touch, this again at 136 below. I wouldn't really touch this right now. Shiba Inu is up about 15% at the moment. Very weird activities. It also makes sense because it's an altcoin and it's also at a lower digit as well, so it demands a lower price entry. 40 out of 70. It's okay. I wouldn't really touch it right now. We're forming a golden cross. That's why we're surging right now. So I would still touch it, anywhere from below 2,900. Not at the moment right now, to be honest with you. MagTag is up down about 1.40%. So it seems like MagTag is doing its own thing, and I think it makes sense because we ran up really quick previous day when on the rebound with the 51 out of 70. So relatively overbought, right? Not crazy overbought, just hair away. So again, 175 to 143 from here. AVAX up about 6%. Again, 80 to 60 is still better level for us. Luna up about 7%. 62, 52 to 45 from here. And then elrond is at 215 right now at the scale of 43. We're about to form a golden cross. I think we might be we have a real shot of actually going to first level 230, which is a flat number, and then subsequently 240, another flat number, right? So before I do a price target recap, I'm actually heading out to to Europe next week, so I will have limited technology equipment with me. My computer will not have like a dual screen nor a camera, so I think I will be posting less. But for my Patreon members, I just want to ensure that I'll still be updating and I'll still be on, in contact with you. So don't worry about, me on MIA. It's just that I'm going to be in a different time zone. So obviously I'm going to be posting differently because I think Paris, which is where I'm going, has like a different time zone in comparisons to obviously New York on the East Coast. I think it's like 7 hours difference if I'm not mistaken. I have to double check. But obviously I'm going to be away on vacation, so I will have limited signals because I have a SIM card and I have to share a phone with my sister as well. But I have my computer with me, so on my Patreon, no worries. But on the YouTube thing, I'll try my best to see how I can work this out. But yeah, let me know if there's any specific questions in the meantime. I'm happy to make a specific arrangement, or if you have any specific questions that before I head off on this Friday, actually, let me know. And with respect to risk management level, these are the levels I identified so far. And made some revisions and tweaks here and there, as I do on a daily basis anyways. So let me know if you have any specific questions. And I would say, the reversal is nice. It's happened. It's definitely, giving you a ease of mind, right? As we are, experiencing relatively volatile 2.5 weeks or just 2.5 years so far, right? So appreciate you. Let me know how it goes and have a great Wednesday, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.